Hello everybody, in this video we're going to do drop to A flat chords. We're going to start with A flat major triad. Alright, so A flat, C, and E flat. Alright, so we're going to take the top highest note, we're going to put it in the left hand. Alright, let's come down here, it's getting high now. All right, so those are the inversions. All right, so let's break it down here. So C, A flat, E flat, E flat, C, and A flat, A flat, E flat, and C. Now we're going to do A flat minor triad. All right, so we're going to take the second highest note, going to place it in the left hand. All right, so let's do the inversions and then we'll break it down. Okay, so B, A flat, and E flat, E flat, B, and A flat, A flat, E flat, and B. All right, so now we're going to do A flat augmented triad. Okay, so I'm going to take the second highest note, which is C, put it in the left hand. All right, so let's do the inversions and then we'll break it down. All right, so C, A flat, E, C, and A flat, E, and C. Okay, so here's a couple ways you can use A flat augmented. A flat augmented right there. You can use it for shouting too. Y'all like that, huh? Diminished triad. All right, so we're going to take the B, we're going to place it there in the left. All right, so let's do the inversions, then we'll break it down. All right, so B, A flat, and D. D, B, and A flat, D, and B. Here's another way to do it. All right, so B, A flat, and D, D, B, and F, D, and A flat, F, and B. A flat major 7. All right, so we're going to take the second highest note, which is the E flat. We're going to place it on the left hand. All right, let's do the inversions and then we'll do a breakdown. All right, so E, A flat, C, and G. G, C, E flat, and A flat. A flat, E flat, G, and C. C, G, A flat, and E flat. A flat major 6. All right, so now we're going to take the second highest note. We're going to place it in the left hand. All right, so now let's do the inversions, then we'll break it down. All right, so E flat, A flat, C, and F, C, E flat, and A flat, E flat, F, and C, F, A flat, and E flat. A flat dominant 7. All right, so we're going to take the second highest note, which is the E flat. We're going to place it in the left hand. All right, so we're going to do the inversions, then we'll break it down. All right, so E flat, A flat, C, and G flat. G flat, C, E flat, and A flat. A flat, E flat, G flat, and C. C, G flat, A flat, and E flat. Let's apply the A flat dominant 7 drop 2 to a song. All right, so like a talk music type thing, right? Nice. A flat minor 7. All right, so we're going to take that second highest note, which is E flat, place it in the left. All right, so we're going to do the inversions, then we'll break it down. All right, so E flat, A flat, B, and F sharp. F sharp, B, E flat, and A flat. A flat, E flat, F sharp, and B. B, F sharp, A flat, and E flat. Now we're going to do an A flat minor 6. All right, so we're going to take the second highest note, which is the E flat. We're going to place it here in the left. Let's do the inversions, and then we'll break it down. All right, E flat, A flat, B, and F. F, B, E flat, and A flat. A flat, E flat, F, and B. B, F, A flat, and E flat. There's a popular progression in gospel music. It's off of the 4 and the 5, and the 4 is a minor 6, and then the 5 is a diminished 7. Since we're doing A flat drop 2 chords, the A flat is the 4 in E flat. Okay, so all right, so and then the 4, and then the 5. All right, and then the 5 is B flat, so we need to do a diminished 7. Okay, so 4, the 5. Usually the bass line with this 4-5 progression would start from the 2. Okay, so that was in block chord style. Let's go ahead and elevate this with drop 2 chords. All right, A flat half diminished 7. All right, so we're going to take the second highest note and we're going to, that's the D, we're going to put in the left hand. Let's do the inversions and then we'll break it down. All right, so D, A flat, B, and F sharp. F sharp, B, D, and A flat. A flat, D, F sharp, and B. B, F sharp, A flat, and D. Now we're going to do the A flat diminished 7. All right, the second highest note is D. Place that in the left hand. Let's do the inversions, then we'll break it down. All right, so D, A flat, B, and F. F, B, D, and A flat. A flat, D, F, and B. B, F, A flat, and D. All right, so this is a common progression in gospel music. Of course, you've heard it before, hundreds of songs. Okay, so it's a flat 7, flat 6, 5 to flat 6 to 6. Okay, that's the progression. This progression is going to be an F sharp. Okay, the key is F sharp, but I'm going to be using the A flat half diminished and the A flat diminished in this progression. Let's elevate that. Let's put it in drop 2.